in the wood again. Very green and nice here. The sun is coming through also. And some years ago, many years ago, a storm took down this tree. And there's some oaks here, you know, very twisted branches, very cool. And this spruce, I think it's spruce, went down and it was chopped right off. And now it's hanging in the twisted branches of the oak and hanging very solid and good. There you can see the end of it. There is the rest of the tree. It's moved aside with a tractor to pave the road here, access to the road. So, but it's pretty big thing hanging up there, and it's going to hang there for many years because it's hanging very solid there. So it's not directly dangerous as we figure. It would be a hell of a job to take it away, remove it, because it's really solid stock. So today I want to take a look on the finding I found. It's a Mcculloch Mini Mark 30. There you have it. And the thing is, I just airbrushed it a little. And cleaned it on the outer surface, and it has a juvel. It has a juvel sword protection there. Very nice, become very nice looking. It's missing the muffler, the outer plate on the muffler. Need to try to get one. Chain brake, working chain brake, very small chainsaw. It has some identification under, and I can read 60093M serial. That was the model, and the serial is 14-14418. I have no idea what that stands for. And I have a little screwdriver so I can adjust it a little bit on idle and on high and low if I find it necessary. I think I need to adjust it a little down on idle, but this is first time use. Or I cut a little branch yesterday. This is stop switch. But other than that, it's first time use, so I didn't have used it so much that I could adjust it. Choke is here. Now choke is off. Now choke is on. And I think, oh, I did not do nothing besides clean it and airbrush around the air filter. Took off the air filter cover, fuel there, oil there. Often you need to put the brake on to access the caps. Manual oil pump here, and it's functioning. It's oiling the chain. I checked that yesterday. And the amazing thing is, what I would advise is, I tried with gasoline. I gave it direct into the chamber, and it fired up and it died, and fired up and it died. So I did that about 5-6 times, and then I start to adjust it, and I find out the adjustment screws was very wrong. And then gradually I found a good point on the adjustment where it starts to continuously run. So be a little patient if you get in a new old chainsaw standing very long time, and try sometimes, because maybe you don't have to do a carburetor rebuild or open up the chainsaw, and depends on which chainsaw you have. If you have this one, it's quite a technique to take out. You need to take away a lot of parts to get access to the carburetor and do the necessarily rebuilt kit job and change fuel lines and everything. But that's why I recommend to try and don't give up too quickly, because maybe when the fuels start to penetrate the channels and the carburetor, and it could be losing up old stiff gasoline gradually, and then it could be moving. And I think I got this now without doing any rebuild, and it has its function. I use it regularly. It means it's not been put away for 10 years, but for maybe a year or two, but not more. Maximum, the best is to restart it every 6 months or something. You make your own rule according to your own intuition, but to do something is better than to do nothing. So if it stands for 10 years, you do nothing. Especially if it's standing with gasoline, then you get all the gasoline, and then you get a problem. So if you want to store it for a very long time, run it totally empty for gasoline, and take out the bar oil. That's what I would recommend, so you don't get that old stuff in it. So pretty cool, because it's looking nice, and this is a very good chainsaw, very light. I think it's not more than 33 cc, approximately around there, 30 cc maybe. So it's very small and very handy, and it's all metal magnesium chain cases. All is metal, no plastic here. And it looks fairly good, huh? Very light, very small, and even the chain is sharp. Put choke on, stop off, see if it starts. It died, but okay. Should be hope for this one. Take it a little more down on the idle later on. Oiling good. So now I just need to find a branch, something to cut on. So we have Mcculloch Minimac 30 also in Norway. So before I knew it, I found a stack of branches here, which I know I can do a cut demonstration on. This is not my property, but I cooperate with the owner, and we clean around the trees and take down the lower branches to make the light penetrate and access this area. So there is an abundance of branches and things to cut on. So let's just try to cut with this one in Norway. I added a little two-stroke oil because I just do it on eye measuring because I know it wants maybe 4%, maybe more. I'm not sure really. If you find the specification on the normal chainsaw collectors chainsaw list, I think that's the name where I used to go to check out the different brands of chainsaws and specifications for bar length and cc and horsepowers and when introduced, when discarded, and how long bar it likes to have it, if it has points or electric ignition coil, electromagnetic without points, and condensator. All kinds of things you can find. I think it is on Collector's Corner Chainsaw. I'm not sure what the website named for the moment. But there is lists on different companies and some variations. Minimac 30, for example, you maybe don't find that, but you find Minimac 35 and similar. Not every model from every year is on the list, but most of them are. But I don't know the oil ratio recommended, but you can investigate that, and if you look long enough and try hard enough to find it, you will find. But I just add some two-stroke oil, and I feel that's good. And always remember the modern oil and pre-mix oil. It is better quality, so you don't need to have 4%. But if it's more than, if it's 5 or 6% they recommend in the beginning, then you maybe should add some two-stroke oil. You find out the answers about that yourself. But I saw another one presenting thing and asking how much oil you put in it. I just measure it, and I put a little dash of two-stroke oil in the can where I have vintage gasoline, and I don't do science out of that. So and I see the smoke is fairly blue, then I think the cylinder get the oils it need. Try to start it and cut a little. That's just like an old Mercedes. It feels like it just want to be used a little, and then it will be very good chainsaw this. It feels better and better the more I use it. And I almost didn't use it at all. But I could feel it, the progress here, the stable idle, and I could give it a little higher RPM. But later on I do that. I have other things to do now, but how this runs good. But I got that feeling which you have with a Mercedes or a MAN truck or many other equipments. They love to be used and they stabilize when you use it, and they don't like to stay left and still for a long time. Only some perfectionistic Japanese technology, like a superior old Toyota Camry and things like that, could stay for a long time, and you go there and you restart it and it's working perfect. But the most machinery, this is only a little bit bullshit theory, but it's a little truth in it for me. But some machinery, when you touch it, start to restart, use it, have been stored for 10, 15, 20 years, good knows, 5, 6 years. This one, I got the feeling, use it now and it's get better and better. And you notice it started on the first pull now. And I didn't use it much, I just start to use it. And it's very delicate to have in your hand. I feel the ergonomy, or what you can call it, is very good for my fingers, my hand. Very balanced, very light. And it's working very good on this size. And even the chain was, I didn't do anything with the chain too. So it's sharp enough. Very good. Only thing I'm missing is the part here on the muffler. So I can look straight into the cylinder. So it's maybe not so smart to use it, but you have the air pressure going out here all the time, so you don't get the dust and fragments in there, but you never know. All this spoon, you can have it in your cylinder and stamper, and you don't want that piston, you don't want that. Oh, amazing. So this could be a gold found, a real high value, small little thing. And it love to be used. Thank you for watching. Remember to put like. Some photo session